Hello, this is a reading. It's going to be a very different kind of reading. I'm upstairs in the church right now, and we've been doing readings for a little bit now, and we spent a little bit. Oh, hang on, maybe I should turn the microphone up a bit. We spent a little bit of the evening actually listening to records earlier. We just listened to Carole King Tapestry, so if that record connects with you. But here's the thing. So we were supposed to be recording readings, and I got so into listening to records that we kind of got started a bit late. And now two of the people who were here to have the readings done for YouTube, they're currently sleeping. And they're currently sleeping while they're listening. They've both fallen asleep. And now it's just two of us who are still awake. And so what we're going to do is we're going to read their dreams. We're going to read their energy while they're sleeping. I've never done this before. I'm going to turn the microphone up. Oh, no, this is good. Hopefully it's fine. I think it's all right. Pardon me. Okay. Oh, that's a bit loud. Oh, Zal just posted a picture. So I'm streaming this on Discord, and there's one other person awake with me right now. And that looks like the Galimatias album cover, one of the album covers. Those colors, that's what it reminds me of. So I'm going to start by reading, and it's going to be short. I don't think I'm going to do a long reading because it's going to be about a dream, so it's going to be kind of spacey, I think. I've got 4 of Wands here, and that's kind of important, I think. Arriving. I feel like this is kind of like the card that happens after traveling, like relief. So I think 0DDECKA is having a good dream right now. What is 0DDECKA dreaming about? And maybe I'm going to try to channel it just without cards for a minute. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to try to channel it without cards. Very quick. It's going to take me a second. I'm looking at a corner of a room. And I'm wanting to look behind me, but I have to look at the corner for some reason. That's what I get. That's the image that I get. It kind of feels like a kid who has to sit in the corner. I have to sit in the corner for a certain period of time. Time out. Something about baseball. Oh, it's almost like a baseball diamond too. Baseball diamond sitting in the corner. I don't know. So we might be finding out about 0DDECKA that they play baseball when they were a kid. And they might have also gotten in a bit of trouble. Zal, it's a UFO. Just drove by. Okay. We'd start with 9 of Cups. A banquet of some kind? Oh, I see. So, okay. What I'm getting is like a fancy dinner, and there's maybe like a table with a tablecloth on it that goes all the way to the floor. It's almost like the wedding party here. It's somebody. Sal just posted a photo of Mitz staring at the wall, sitting in the corner. I'm seeing like basically like there's kids running underneath this. There's kids playing in. It's almost like a fort that's made out of like a fancy dinner table, and there's a whole lot of cups up here. And I wonder if like they were to pull on the fabric, they would knock the cups over. But I'm also seeing somebody sitting in a timeout. Fine, I want to sit here then. Maybe that's a reaction. Ooh, the moon, if anything, talks about dreams. Dogs. Favorite Pink Floyd song. We heard that earlier today. Barking dogs. There we go. Okay. Is this like discipline? I'm getting something about there's like a mother who's like, it's nurturing, it's caring, it's like it's creating discipline, like in the form of these kind of timeout style punishments. I wonder if Odekka's dreaming about being in timeout. I think what I'm getting out of this energy, it's like all the other readings, you know. I'm reading about somebody's dream right now while they're sleeping, which is really interesting. And I also am sensing just basically the same kind of energy. It's like for everybody. So you might resonate with this reading in a way. Maybe even you remember that you had a dream about this, but you know, take it for however it works for you. This might actually be literal something you experience or you will experience. This is like the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree is really what I'm getting. I'm imagining there's a tree right here and the apple falls not far from the tree. And I'm seeing like, it's kind of like a parent who has a child who is in a timeout frequently because the parent knows, because the child is just like them. And it's possible, though, that meanwhile, there's also something else. It's like it doesn't work because the next chance there is to cause mischief, it's being caused. And I see like the cups kind of falling off the table. I said that right? The Seven of Swords here. It kind of looks like the cups fall off the table. Oh, 3 of them spilt. It could be that something broke, you know, there could be like, there could be, Zhao's resonating school dreams, banquet with the tablecloth, yeah. It could be that like, rather than being cups spilling over, cups is just the best thing to represent, you know, some cherished object. It's like a thing that has a lot of cherished objects on top, and there's some kind of mischief that causes those things to fall down, and 3 of them break, or the majority of them break. More break than are left over. Maybe a whole lot of them fall, but I see. And they're gonna have to work to pay for it. Yeah, I'm getting kind of like the age is around 9 years old for Nine of Cups, but also the mentality of like, you're going to have to work to pay for that. And like right away before even the work is done, it's like, "Aw," like that response. I don't want to work to pay for the mischief. Just wrapping myself in a warm blanket here. Really enjoying being warm in this reading because it's like reading somebody whose body temperature drops while they sleep. It makes sense. And okay, Nine of Wands. It could be, another side of it could be like, rather than it being somebody who's like, "Oh, I don't want to work to pay for the things that are broken," it is more the person who's imposing the discipline might be pretty upset because they worked really hard to acquire those things. So really what I'm seeing though is like when I think about the dream, I'm really seeing somebody sitting in the corner. Look at this, like of the photo there. Bridge. What's this bridge? A road. There might be a, near where 0DDECKA sleeps, there might be a bridge for cars. Or a train. Like a river. Like literally, this could be quite literal, that there's like, it's like a small body, like flowing of water, and a bridge that kind of crosses over it where a train goes by. Wheel of Fortune. You can hear the wheels squealing, like dogs howling. I don't know. So probably pretty close. And that might be happening right now. Ooh. Okay. By the wheels. It's like maybe this kid in the dream lives near train tracks and causes a lot of mischief. And so there's this really, really strong kind of understanding about the train tracks that the train can't stop in time. So like there's just a fear story about don't go near the train tracks, especially not at the bridge. Oh, I'm seeing that movie. What's that movie? Oh, Stand By Me, where the kids are on the bridge and the train comes and they end up having to, they almost met their maker there. So yeah, again, I'm getting something about discipline and reward. So punishment and reward. The reward, it's interesting. It's kind of the inconsistent thing. It's a confusing thing that doesn't work because the reward is given to the person who works really hard to fix the things that are broken. And the punishment is given to the person who is upset that the things are broken. it kind of, okay, the punishment that goes to the person who's upset that things are broken. So this might be pointing to siblings. Like there's a sibling who kind of like just follows the rules and follows the orders and is given rewards for following orders, even though they're not happy with it. And they're not happy doing that. And then there's somebody who is punished for being not happy. And the reward is given to the one who works, but the reward is the work. So it's kind of like you can fix it and you're getting a punishment. So maybe one sibling was treated in one way where they were given a chance to kind of like work to fix what they break, and another sibling is basically just given a punishment for being upset. Both end up kind of upset at the end of it. And this is kind of something that it's like you just have to keep doing this over and over and over again or something. This is the mentality. Ultimately, it's confusing. It doesn't work, but there's a sense that's made out of it. And it's basically that's what's basically offered as a form of love. It's like this punishment. This seems like kind of, I'm getting a lot of cards, but like when I think about the dream, like where am I in the dream now? I'm just going to tap into that again, if I can. It's like a lot of sitting and staring into the corner. So I'm just basically getting a dream of somebody sitting there staring at a corner. And it's not time to get up yet. It's not time to get up yet. It's not time to get up yet. Like I just keep hearing that phrase being repeated. It's not time to get up yet. It's not time to get up yet. Huh. And then things like this, if you love me, then you wouldn't go near the train tracks. You have to choose between me and the train tracks. Sometimes it's like that severe, like, I don't know. We're kind of getting something about Odeka, that Odeka might have been quite mischievous growing up and was kind of subject of like a lot of attention in the form of like punishing. So when there's this sitting in the corner, it's like that's like the home base more in a dream. Like it just feels natural to just be sitting there staring at a corner. What are we not seeing in the dream? There's something I'm not seeing too. Oh, that this is a layered dream. Oh, I think Odeka's doing like a dream inside a dream. I'm reading the first layer. That there's this like kid who goes to the corner, and that's the first layer of the dream, and then it goes into a deeper kind of, I'm just reading about the, like how one part goes to sleep. There's like many different, in a dream there's like all the different kind of elements that go to sleep in different ways. What was that? Dirk, what was that? What was that, Dirk? Something just happened. And neither of the cats were involved in it. Oh, and I just saw something. like a shadowy figure out of the corner of my left eye. Again, it's always in my left eye. What happened, Dirk? He's very curious to go and see what happened. It happened where the record player is. It's interesting, you know, we think that when we're going to see stuff like that, like the shadowy figure or the ghost, that it's going to be a scary experience because that's what movies say, but I always feel like completely calm the whole time, and it's like, it's very different than the fear that I have for the type of ghost or ghoul that's in a movie. I'm feeling the ground shake. And Ten of Swords. Whoa. Ooh. Light and dark. Okay. There's something like, there's a kid who's in the corner in this dream who falls asleep. It's like the kid falling asleep in the corner. And then that kid has a dream. And so the dream is about being the kid who falls asleep and has a dream. Kid falls asleep and has a dream, kind of a night terror, dark, shadowy kind of night terror of a dream. Of not being able to move. Whoa, what was that? Did you hear that? Dirk's laying with Colin now. They're both huddled together. That is so cute. And Dirk's wearing a bow tie right now. He wanted one earlier. It's like there's this golden child. There's a golden child. And and there's like a dark night terror about the golden child being so great. Nothing I can do about it. Could even be somebody with blonde hair, because I'm seeing like the similarity between the hangman and the child in the sun card. Nothing I can do about it. It's just the way it is. Okay, so the only thing I'm picking up on now is just more general themes. Like, I'm not going to go into the second layer of the dream. I wouldn't dare do that. You know, this is kind of like, I don't think I have enough experience with that. Doing that with I don't think I've ever done that for somebody else. Read the second layer of their dream. Only the surface layer, I think. At least willingly. So, pretty much, though, it's like I'm getting a message about the dream is something about like a sibling animosity, like that there's this golden child of a sibling who is given basically fed with a silver spoon, you know, like, but it's kind of like they're not happy about that either. They don't end up happy at the end of that, but it's a different form of punishment. It's just kind of more like, when you're the golden child, you have everybody expects you to do a lot of things, so you get tired of that real quick. So it's not a very nice thing. It may be nice in the moment when like people are giving you stuff. Like, it could be even that there's somebody, a sibling, who gets more, like gets gifts given to them all the time, and whereas somebody else might get snubbed or something. There's just this idea that there's generosity for one and punishment for another. Positive reinforcement, negative. reinforcement. Negative reinforcement is withholding the positive reinforcement. It's not paying attention to. But I'm getting sitting in a corner, so that's actually punishment. Like, that's a whole other thing. That's not negative reinforcement, that's punishment. Here's somebody sitting in the corner saying, I'd rather sit in the corner than have all those expectations placed onto me. That's basically it. Because they're stuck with this. They're stuck with this golden child expectations thing. What's the point of this whole thing? Maybe I'll grab the other kinds of cards to get that. What's the point of this dream? Sometimes they don't, we're going to be able to decipher. It's just, reorganizing. Four of Wands. That's the first card. And that's where it ends. Solitude is relief. Solitude is relief. And maybe this is, we've been kind of diving into the way somebody can go off into their own world, like 0DDECKA might be in their own dream right now. It's like the first layer, it's like, it's actually kind of nice to be punished in this way with solitude, because then the solitude leads to going into your own world. So there's a fantasy world behind there, that door. I'm not going to open that door. I read the surface of it there. And maybe I'll say a few things that 0DDECKA remembers from a dream. We'll see tomorrow. I'm excited. I'll upload it. Anyway, I'm going to do that. Hopefully I have... Oh, am I getting all that? Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely not awake. They haven't been around. I've got a tingling in my legs. The outside, kind of like down the side of the hip all the way to, and it's like to the front of my knees. A fantasy world where there's a relief, crossing the threshold. It's almost like the dreams, they have to, so when you see this tomorrow, 0DDECKA, if you see it tomorrow, or whenever you see this, you might resonate with the idea that dreams often come with a first stage, second stage feel. Like the first stage is kind of boring. I'm just like doing things like staring at a wall, or I'm sitting under a tree, and it's like for a really long time. The dream, most of the dream is just like sitting there staring at something. And then all of a sudden that you cross the threshold into the second layer of the dream. Your dreams are protected from, I think, this maybe family history or something of having a golden child and not wanting to be that. So your dreams are very private. So again, I don't feel like going there, and now this is just confirming they're very private. You go there and you keep them separate from anybody who can praise you for having such dreams, because the praise in this system here seems to be kind of, comes with more expectations than you might want. So whatever you're doing in your fantasy land right now, I wish you all the best, 0DDECKA. I wish you a safe, happy voyage into the other layers of your dreams. I don't know if this is helpful or anything, but it was just kind of interesting anyway to read the energy of the... And if anybody resonated with any of these messages, I don't know if there's any kind of advice or anything. It's just more to acknowledge. That's pretty much it. What is? This is what is. Interesting to me that we get a this is what is energy when there's unconsciousness. I'll stop it there. Okay. That's a message probably for one person in particular. All right, I'm out. Thanks so much for watching, and feel free to, come hang out with us on Twitch. Just the same name, Tarot Lady in a Church. And I don't know, all the other things that we do, such as Instagram. Although Twitch would probably be a better place to find this. Let's put it that way. Okay. Thanks so much. Bye.